Happy Monday night. Monday Night Football is here, and you are listening and watching Sitting in the Box Seats, live from Box Seats in North Attleboro. Got a great crowd here for the Monday Night Football. Little Shania Twain in the background. Can you hear that? I won't sing it, Shay, if I just to let
Come
you
on, let's
know.
hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it belted out. So,
Yeah.
myself and Shay here to talk Monday Night Football with you. I figured I'd bring a Rams guy on with me today and talk about his team. Um, First thing I want to talk about before we even get into the team, tell us about the trip out for banner night.
Yeah, so the trip was awesome. Went out to SoFi Stadium with the wife and son. Um, the results aren't what we wanted, but just seeing that stadium in person, it's incredible. Uh, Obviously the fans there, they're awesome. So it was cool to bond with some Rams fans since there isn't many here, if any at all, in Massachusetts. But yeah, overall, it was a good trip. Obviously, the Bills gave it to the Rams that night, but it's all right. Just one game, right?
Yeah, just one game, so good time getting out there. I talked to you kind of during that day. You were in your element. You were so happy, just
Yeah,
being amongst your people, the banner, LA, the whole bit. Um,
absolutely.
so, as a Rams fan, I need to know this. Shay, your feeling towards the Niners, like I know how we feel about the Jets, Dolphins, Bills, Ravens, and Steelers. Kind of give me that perspective of what Rams fans feel about the Niners.
Yeah, so pretty much the Rams and Niners, they hate each other. This rivalry is probably the biggest one in football right now. Um, you have a team in the 49ers that beat the Rams 6 straight regular season games, you know. Uh, Obviously we heard it for those 3 seasons, but then when it came to the playoffs, the Rams, they did their thing and they got the win. It felt good seeing SoFi full of all those 49ers fans having to go home crying. Um, I would definitely say the fans of both teams they feel really strong about their teams, and it's the two best teams in the NFC West right now. So it's not going to be like good times when you're talking about each other's teams. It's going to be like, all right, these two teams are Super Bowl caliber teams, and they're going to have to see each other 2 times a year in the regular season, and then possibly again come postseason.
So before I ask the next question I had, one popped into my mind. How
Yep.
did Rams fans feel about the Trey Lance injury and with Jimmy Garoppolo coming back?
So I'll be honest. I wanted to see Trey Lance versus the Rams. I feel like a quarterback like Trey Lance, who holds the ball a little bit longer. He's younger. It would have been a little bit easier, I feel, for the Rams. Jimmy Garoppolo, for whatever reason, he plays good against the Rams. I feel it's our cornerbacks play back a lot. Our safeties play back a lot. We leave the middle of the field kind of open. We play a bend don't break defense, and he's had success with it because he could just get the ball, throw it quick, 2 seconds, get the ball quick. So Aaron Donald can't get to him. Um, so with Jimmy now playing, it's definitely going to be a little harder. You have a guy that knows how to beat our defense. Trey Lance is pretty much a rookie. I mean, he's had 4 starts in his career. I was hoping that he was going to be here because I'm one of the guys that don't think Trey Lance is that good of a quarterback. Uh, so I would have liked to have him face off against the Rams.
Which I kind of felt that was a popular opinion. I mean, injuries, it's unfortunate they happen, but there was a lot of people, even San Francisco fans I know, who are like addition by subtraction. Get Jimmy out there last year with him. Let Lance learn a little bit more. He should have been a Philip Rivers with 2 years off rather than a Patrick Mahomes with 1 year off. Was kind of the opinion I heard. He needed that. And the biggest
Agree.
comparison I heard to him was Steve McNair.
Trey Lance, Steve McNair.
That was
I could
big.
see it.
Bigger body, the way he played the game. I mean, McNabb comes from a smaller school. Uh, they're a powerhouse in Division One AA. I'll call it Division One AA still. Um, and that's what they do. They just, Carson Wentz, different type of quarterback, and Trey Lance. It almost like that hurts right now. Those quarterbacks from that school.
Absolutely, man. Even the wide receiver Christian Watson was dealing with injuries in Green Bay, and he's not really even looking too good when he's out there. He did have a rushing touchdown, but as far as catching balls,
Yeah, first play of the year, 75 yards to him, and right through the breadbasket. So we see
yeah.
that. Um, what are you looking for out of your Rams tonight? What's something you haven't seen so far this year that you'd really like to see happen tonight?
The Rams really aren't taking a lot of deep shots this year. Last year, we were one of the top teams going deep. This year, it seems like we're keeping everything underneath more. I that plays in part with Van Jefferson being out. He was our deep threat. Odell Beckham as well. Allen Robinson and Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup can get deep, but that's not what we need him to do. Ben Skoranek, I like what we've been seeing from him at fullback. So I'd like to see us take some deep shots against the Niners, which we have done already. We tried to spread the field out. I'll go ahead and get the run game going. I feel like the running game for the Rams this year has been awful. Cam Akers has had some good runs here and there, and then he fumbles. And same thing, Henderson. I'd like to see one of those guys get 100 yards rushing, and us get more vertical against this defense.
Now, you look at what the 49ers bring along the defensive front, and, Fred Warner's all-world middle linebacker. Dre Greenlaw, Alshire at the linebacker level. Um, is it blocking up Armstead and Kinlaw and trying to get the middle and running away from Bosa, or running at Bosa and trying to make him more of a run defender?
Yeah, so Kinlaw and Armstead are questionable. I'm not sure if it's a game time decision. I know they
Okay.
haven't practiced. Al Zahir was actually put on IR actually an hour or two ago. I seen something. So the 49ers are pretty banged up right now, I'll be honest, which doesn't matter. They play well anyways, but they're definitely missing some big guys. So if Kinlaw is a run stopper. So if he does end up playing, I'd rather us avoid going his way. Maybe attack Bosa. So, get him tired out, run his way, get some guys blocking over on that end. I'm not sure if he's gonna play on Havenstein's side or Noteboom. Typically he was on Havenstein, but that's when we had Andrew Whitworth. So he wasn't gonna rotate to that side of the line. So maybe we'll see him playing our left tackle, Noteboom, seeing he's more inexperienced than Havenstein. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. Overall,
Yeah,
I'm just excited, man. This game's gonna be awesome.
all right, so I'm waiting for the inactives. They should be any minute now, so we will know officially who they are um, out there. What have
Armstead
you
might
thought of
tough it out.
your thoughts on Allen Robinson so far? And what is it that he needs to start doing? Like you said, tonight we got to do this with him. It is A.
We gotta get him the ball early. I feel like let's get him some catches, get his confidence going. Not wait too long. I know we like to force feed Cooper Cup, get him the ball, and I love that. But Allen Robinson, he has to earn that $15 million a year because we paid him. This is a Super Bowl team. I know he's not used to this type of pressure, but he has to bring something. Last week he had a drop touchdown. The week prior he did score a touchdown, and he actually had another touchdown called back. So we're giving him the looks. I'd like to see us give him some targets early on, just to get him started. Take a little bit. That'll also take the eyes off of Cooper Cup, and and just build his confidence. So, we could have him 4 quarters ready to go because we'll need it. This is a division game, and San Francisco obviously had this game marked off on their calendar. The team that beats you in the playoffs is the team the following year that you're really going to try to come and beat, just like Kansas City did with Tampa Bay last night. They got their revenge.
All right. So 25 seconds ago, the inactives came out for the Niners. Danny Gray, Javon Kinlaw is inactive. Tyler Croft is inactive, and Trent Williams is inactive. So you're going to be up against the backup left tackle, rushing the backside of Jimmy Garoppolo tonight.
Yeah, who didn't look good. I think he got benched in the game last week when he filled in for Trent.
So we're waiting for the Rams side of it. So
from the Rams, I know Durant's going to be out. David Long Jr. will be inactive. Dave Edwards, our guard. Will be inactive. And that might be the 3 out. And then obviously Troy Hill's on IR, so he's not playing. So the Rams are missing 3 of their 4 top cornerbacks. So Troy Hill's our number 2, David Long Jr., and then Kobe Durant. So they'll have Deion Kendrick playing opposite Jalen Ramsey.
So rotate more to that side and really say to Ramsey, staple yourself to somebody tonight.
Yeah, like Kittle.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him on Kittle.
And Kendrick's the 6th-round pick out of Georgia, right?
Yes, sir.
Darian Kendrick. Okay.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
He looked good last week in his first start. Yeah. Oh, I know you do. Absolutely.
So what were you saying? How we looked last week?
He looked good last week. He was making tackles. Hollywood Brown had a big game, but as I mentioned, it's the bend don't break defense. We were given those yards, and then we tightened up to the line of scrimmage come the red zone. That is one thing I would like to see us adjust against San Francisco. Garoppolo, make him throw it to the hash mark, the outsides. The middle of the field, that's where his cream is. That's where he strives. We can't leave it open. Bobby Wagner, he's been a great addition for the run stopping and our blitz packages. He has 2 sacks this year. So he's getting involved in blitz packages, but his coverage is not what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But at least he'll be able to stop the run against a team like this, the 49ers that want to get the run going early and often if they can with Deebo Samuel, Jeff Wilson.
A guy I was very high on coming out, and the Rams grabbed him, and he's been productive in a different way than I scouted him. Greg Gaines.
Yes.
Just what is your thought on Greg Gaines? I didn't expect Greg Gaines to be as good of a pass rusher as he is coming out of college. Kind of a shorter arms. I was expecting him to be a squatty, the nose tackle, or one technique to just, take up a couple of blockers and help out Donald. And he's been totally different in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely been one of those players that came into the league. We'd be like, he could stuff the run. He's a big guy. But yeah, he's like you mentioned, he's been getting to the quarterbacks. He's been helping Donald, out because playing opposite Donald, you're going to get one-on-one coverage. You just got to make the most of it. And him and Ashawn Robinson, they've definitely been doing that. He's been a huge part to the defense since his rookie season. Even at when he came out of Washington, he's been playing great.
So another guy I loved went to Denver, came here, ended up with you guys. Justin Hollins, what have you seen in his development? Because he was a guy who could have played either inside or out. I think he's better off where he is on the outside right now.
Yeah, Hollins is good. He's a rotation guy. Him and Terrell Lewis, they'll come off the edge. He does have a sack this year, a forced fumble, but he's on a snap count most nights because him and Terrell Lewis, and then you have Leonard Floyd on the other side. Like, we like to rotate those guys, but I definitely feel his better his better ability on the field is coverage. He's a long, lengthy guy. He's not the biggest guy. He has speed, so I like him in the how he rotates in. When he comes in there, he definitely gets pressure, helps out the defense on third downs.
Now, what are you seeing out of the Higby Blanton combination at tight end right now? Losing Higby, still win the Super Bowl, but not having him in the Super Bowl was a major factor last year, especially as OBJ dropped too. It kind of really changed how the offense was run in the wide receiver splits.
Yeah, Blanton, I'm happy. We got him back. We kind of needed to. We were getting thin at tight end with injuries, so we signed him back. I forgot whose practice squad he was on. Maybe Denver's. Um, but whatever, we got him back for depth, and he actually made a nice catch last week. Higby's been getting a lot of targets. He actually is second on our team in targets ahead of Allen Robinson. Um, the issue with Higby that's been an issue since he's came to the Rams is drops. He tends to have butterfingers sometimes. He gets those targets, and Stafford gives him the ball right there. Maybe he's throwing it too hard. I don't know. Um, I know there's been plays where he was the target, and then Stafford ended up throwing an interception. So I don't know if that's miscommunication. Like week 1 against the Bills, the first interception Stafford threw was intended for Higby. And last year, I know against the 49ers, we threw a screen to Higby. He drops it right into maybe Fred Warner's hands, and he ran it back for a pick six. So I'd like to see him shore up those hands. I can see him having a big game against the 49ers because we know how to utilize him versus them very well. So, yeah, I'm excited. Blanton, too. Blanton will get in there. He's a better blocker, so he'll definitely be in there on 12 personnel sets.
So the backup tackle for Trent Williams is Colton McKivitch. And West Virginia,
Yep.
6'6". Go ahead.
So he ended up playing last week, right? And then they benched him. Is that the
I
guy?
believe that is the case, and they moved somebody else in. He was all Big 12, two position honorable mention, third team All American as a senior. Yeah, he's their swing tackle for sure, and he's listed as the starter now online at left tackle. So somebody who can attack in a few different ways is,
Absolutely.
it didn't work out last week.
Trent, I'm pretty sure the Rams are going to be putting Aaron Donald over the left tackle a lot tonight. Then,
Yeah. So,
Trent Williams is different.
oh yeah, he's
That's left
just
tackle in
a
football.
unique player. Yeah, he's just future Hall of Famer is what we're talking about there.
Absolutely.
So if you're moving Donald, impact of gains, Ashawn Robinson. To any of the backups, Marquise Copeland or Jonah Williams, anybody who
Copeland's been
possibly be in
balling.
that.
Copeland's been doing very good. Um, you know, I've been very happy with him. He's a bigger guy, you know, and he's been coming off the edge, and we're putting him everywhere. So yeah, it's been really good.
So the last thing you want to do if you're the Niners with Kittle coming back is have him chipping and delaying to get into routes.
Mm-hmm.
You really think it's Ramsey on him tonight, or Rapp is coming up and getting in his face and maybe mix and match him with a linebacker and him playing some banjo coverage?
Yeah, I think like we have Ernest Jones at linebacker. He's a very good cover linebacker. So I think we'll put Ramsey on his side more. Maybe you'll see him covering Ayuk sometimes. Debo Samuel against us, especially, lines up in the backfield a lot. So I definitely see him getting 6 to 8 carries in this game. So Ramsey really can't cover him in that regard. But Ramsey's been going everywhere. It's like a hybrid cornerback. He's going at safety, linebacker. He's blitzing. He's doing whatever the team needs. I think he has a chip on his shoulder, especially after week one against Stephon Diggs. A lot of people doubting him and saying he fell off, and the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he's played very well. He's hitting hard. He's getting game winning interceptions. So I definitely see him
So
on Kittle. Good.
so Russ Yeast might be one of the corners you were talking about who might have to elevate tonight. They have
Yep.
him listed as a safety, but he's going to play corner tonight. Just the way the depth chart is falling out.
Yeah, we're absolutely thin in the secondary. I mean, Jordan Fuller is at least back.
Yep,
At least he's
looking
coming
there.
back.
Terrell Burgess.
Yes, Terrell Burgess, another safety. Yep.
So you may see more opportunities where the safeties are getting out there because you're inexperienced at corner. I mean, it's just muddy the middle of the fields and, you know,
Yeah,
hit
Rochelle
guys
will
running
have
across
to.
the field.
Yeah, Rochelle will be out there too. So yeah, we'll have to throw what we have at him. At least Nick Scott and Taylor Rapp are our safeties. They'll be out there. So we have some leaders. Jalen Ramsey. I'm sure he'll get these guys ready to go. It's not like the 49ers throw a whole lot. So
Now,
we
the running back situation. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off because I have noise right above me, so I
no, you're good.
apologize. I'm trying to throw softballs to you, and you just let people know I'm the batting practice pitcher here.
Yep.
Um, Henderson Acres Funk tonight. Um,
Yeah.
what would you expect the touches to be as far as percentage?
I would say 50-50 split. McVay rides the hot hand. The last week, it seemed Henderson was in the whole first half. Second half, he went to Cam Akers, and then Cam Akers had the fumble. It's a no. Cam Akers isn't the 1A. He's not the alpha running back in Los Angeles. The Achilles injury definitely played a part in his performance, but he really was never an effective running back. He was just a hard nosed guy, and he always looks for contact and to get those extra yards, which plays a part in his injury history. I would just say it's going to be a 50-50 split. If you have them both in fantasy, I hope you didn't start them. It's a tough matchup. I would like to see us get the run going, but I don't believe in it. I think we're going to have to pass, get our wide receivers in open space. Ben Skoranek at fullback, I really love what I've been seeing from him. Coming out the backfield, blocking. He had a nice chip block on J.J. Watt last week that was trending on social media. So we're gonna have to get a lot of other guys involved just to help out because the run game it's gonna be tough to run on San Francisco.
This is one of those games that's interesting. You look at, week 4, and you get your schedule at the beginning of the year, and you're like, win, loss. Like you're trying to go through, and you never can really project the situation you're in tonight.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, and 4 corners down. You got
Yep.
Jalen. You got to mix and match. Kittle's coming back. Their left tackle is out. So, they got to help, the replacement for Trent Williams.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I say before the season when people are like, oh, they should win that week. I'm like, yeah, you don't know what's going to be happening then. It's just too much to predict that we're missing a lot of big pieces tonight in this game for week
Absolutely.
4. But the passion's
Absolutely.
definitely going to be there. Have you been to San Francisco Stadium before?
No, and I never will go. I
I love
I
the
won't
way
go. I'm not going to San Francisco, and no, I'll if I go to California, it'll be Los Angeles to watch the Rams, and you know maybe
So
a
you won't
Chargers
go
game
see the
I'd check
Rams
out.
play there?
Ah, man, I don't know. I would, but I don't really want. If I'm gonna spend the money to go to California, I'm gonna go to SoFi. You know, Levi Stadium, I'm all set.
Nice. I like the feel. I like hearing that. Like I hate it enough. I don't even want to buy a beer there. I'm like, so be it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. San
Now I hear
Francisco
it's like
fans,
60 miles away from the city. Like it's just out in the middle of nowhere. Uh,
right? And I don't know, and I think they could have done better on their stadium for having it so new when they built it. I think that's a big reason that they like to come to SoFi and enjoy because SoFi is an amazing stadium.
so
You're gonna have
just
to
tell
go
me
out there
about
sometime, buddy.
yeah, tell me about SoFi. Just the stadium. It sounds absolutely ridiculous. But what are some of like the ridiculous amenities you were like, who thought of this? Like it happens when you go to stadiums.
Just first the LED jumbotron. That thing is amazing. It could shut off the lights in the whole stadium, and then when the if the jumbotron's off, and then they just turn it on out of nowhere, and it's just like it's really engaging. Um, what they have on it because it has so many screens within a screen, so that they have a good content management software they're using there, and it's just they have so much you could look at. Every seat from the stadium, I was in the 500s, so at the top, and you could still see so good. Like you have nothing in your way. The view is so good from the top, and um, the atmosphere is awesome. It's a big Latin community over there, so they had a lot of music playing, and then my son ended up like going over to dance and stuff. He was having a good time, and all the activities they have a lot of free activities you could do when you're there
Yep,
when you're visiting, and I like the whole setup for food, everything, how they have each window has a person, and it's quick for how many people are in that stadium. It was good. They did a great job.
that's awesome. I love hearing that. I'm just glad. So let's talk a little bit about the league yesterday. It was quite an interesting day.
Oh
Was there a
yeah.
game that you watched yesterday that you just really took in, or did you watch the whole day worth of games?
Yeah, so I watch from 1 to nighttime. I'm watching football. I have the red zone going for the 1 and the 4 p.m. games, and then I watched half of the night game. I was a little tired, and I had a fantasy game going on, and I was like, I got too much anxiety. But the Lions game, seeing Jared Goff do so good this year, like, and I'm happy. I'm proud of him. Like the Lions got to stick with him. Build around Jared Goff. He's not the problem. The defense is the problem. If you average 35 points a game, but you're allowing 35, which I believe is the case for them, they're the second best offense in the league. Some like it's the defense. If they get a top pick next year, I don't want to see them go quarterback. I want to see them stick with Goff. I like what Goff brings. He's a good player. He's underrated. He wasn't the best for our system. What McVay needed, he needed a gunslinger, someone that could throw under pressure, getting hit, which Goff, that's his big struggle. It's the case for most quarterbacks. Um, I would say that was huge. Our boy Damian Pierce with another monster
75
game.
yard run.
Oh my god! Like anyone, you had him as your number one running back coming out right
Yeah,
on your rankings.
yep.
That's incredible.
That was my
So,
top running back coming out. There was
so
nobody
you
like
nailed
him.
that.
Yeah, there's nobody like him. I'm kind of the other kid's starting to play a little bit. 10 for 85 yesterday was Tyler Algier, and with Cordell Patterson going to IR, he was my number two. So
Yeah, he
not gonna
looked
say
really good.
much.
Yeah, and he looks
I,
good too. He gets catching the ball too.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. The BYU kid catching the football, not something you usually see out of the
exactly,
BYU. They're usually big maulers. Eat the
which he
football
is
halfway
too.
there, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
A team,
Um, good.
go with it. There's got to be a team that yesterday you just shook your head and said they're so much better than I thought they were.
I'll be honest with you. The Patriots, what they did against the Packers, I know they lost, but having a fourth round rookie, not Obviously, he was taking reps this week just in case he was a backup. But the way you guys in general played the Packers in Green Bay with a legit shot to win it up until the last second of overtime, that was a big shocker. Um, I thought it would be a 10-point win Green Bay's way. Hoyer goes out, you're like, So that's a team that surprised me. Another team that surprised me. Um, Let me think about this. Team that's yesterday, Cleveland. They beat Atlanta. Still impressive that they're 3-1 at this point of the season. Um, yeah, I would say as the main team, I would say the Patriots were probably the biggest surprise, even though it's a loss. They competed against a team that a lot of people have as favorites in the NFC.
So I just had an Eagles friend, a friend of mine, an Eagles fan. She doesn't watch. She's not a big football fan. She's a really cool person. I've got her into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Super Bowl talk time or no? She said.
She
I
said
would for the
Super Bowl
Eagles.
time.
No, talk time for the Eagles. I mean, are they a team that you can see with the way they've been playing? Just
Yeah, they played good. With the Eagles, I still have concerns about Hurts. I want to see him play a top team and see how he performs. The Jags are definitely an improved team, but I don't know. Being Washington, Detroit's defense is easy. It does look like they're the favorites right now in the NFC. I think they're the actual betting favorites. I wouldn't really put them as a team that could beat the Buccaneers, the Rams. I think they could beat the Packers. I think they can match up good against the Packers. The NFC is pretty weak though.
yeah, no. There's an interesting group of teams over there. What did you think of Baltimore again at home, choking away a lead to an AFC East team?
Oh man, Lamar's playing so good, and then that interception. I don't know. It was a rain game, so a game like that could really go either way. Two top heavy teams in the AFC. I thought Baltimore had it in the bag. I thought it
I
was
did.
over, but I've learned this year you really can't count no team out. There's been a lot of comebacks already, including the Dolphins who did it against the Ravens. So I don't know. Yeah, they seem to be choking away some games here
Yeah,
that they
especially
might
at
need.
home.
Yeah, exactly. At M&T Bank.
What do you think in the Lamar situation is? I mean, they can franchise him at the end of the year, and it's big money. But do you think there's already a team that he would just be an unbelievable fit for, just seamless, and we aren't thinking about it?
There's a lot of teams I feel like Lamar could go in and make a huge impact. The
Money wise, too.
Giants, yeah, Giants. I think them. Daniel Jones doesn't have a contract. He's gone next year if he doesn't. They're 3-1, so it, he's doing what he can. He's running pretty good too. Um, but obviously Lamar is a huge upgrade to Daniel Jones. Um, like realistically,
They get
yeah,
some
it's
money coming
Miami.
off the books too. The Giants. Well, they'll be
Yeah,
able
they
to
do.
get rid of 2 targets a week, Kenny Galladay for $21 million.
Oh my god,
Could you picture Dayball with him though, after what he did with Josh Allen?
that would be incredible. Uh-uh.
I mean, he's got a good offensive coordinator now, and Greg Roman, who's been really good with him. But
Exactly.
Dayball with
And
him, that would be an interesting fit. The New York market, him
mhm.
there.
They have a great defense in New York too right now. And the
And
offensive line's not great, but they have Lamar, so who would need that?
yeah, they'll be getting better. Neal's got to get better right tackle, and
Yeah, he does. He looked bad against
he's
the Cowboys.
he looks like a turnstile over there. They got to shore that up. But I mean, you have you have the edge rushers, you have the big guys up front, a better secondary than you've had in the past. The
Yeah.
linebacking level isn't so bad. He could be that, piece. Can you imagine the matchups with Hurts if he continues to develop,
Yeah.
Lamar, and Dat twice a year against each other?
Yep. That would be fun to watch. That division's definitely getting better. The defenses in that division are pretty stout. And then they got mobile quarterbacks, so it would be fun to watch. All those teams go at it, and the Giants will pay. They'll definitely pay Lamar. They'll go
I
to
think
a
that,
10-year contract if they need to.
yeah, no, that would be a good fit and just a number one media market. What he could be. I
Yep.
really think that the Ravens, who are usually very good at situations, they'll let guys go at the right time. They'll draft and develop and be ready to go. They're one of the better organizations with the Coster, GM. I think they
Yep.
mishandled this one. I really do.
I agree. Absolutely.
Just before we wrap up, you guys are dominating fantasy on the night shift. It's like not fair to the rest of us.
Yeah, me
I
and
feel
Zach,
like
right?
I feel like a jobber, like a 1980s wrestling jobber. Like you guys are just beating on me, and I'm 2-1, and I don't feel like I have any chance whatsoever. You guys have just done an unbelievable job, and I just wanted to plug you guys and show you guys the proper respect and thank you for all that you're doing.
Yeah. Hey, it's that league's fun. I'm enjoying it. I like how it's set up with defensive guys, and I love it, man. I'm enjoying it. I did talk to Zach about it too. I'm like, wow, man, we're doing good. But I lost this week. I'm probably gonna lose this week. So
Oh,
to
I hadn't.
305 takes.
Yeah. Oh, the Florida guys they were on earlier. You
Yep.
may have been
Yep.
their person of the week. They're a good group too, man.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
We brought some great people in, prolong the season, just some talent and kind of something to share. I get to see the
Exactly.
new site tomorrow. Did you hear me?
Oh.
Yeah. I get to see it
So
tomorrow at noon.
nice. And then that's just gonna be like a review, or is that gonna be the final website?
We'll touch up a few things, but he has done unbelievable work. All the podcasts will be right there. All the articles are right there. The social media that we're sharing, sponsors who are coming on board, their social media will be right there. Um,
Awesome.
it's unbelievable. Joshua Silva is the friggin' man. He is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
So
I'm
hopefully
excited.
everybody got their pictures over and have fun
I
and
did.
just keep building.
Yeah, I made sure as soon as he asked for it, I sent it over. I ended up looking at what he shared, and it looked really, really good. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
excited to see the final.
Yeah, even after he's done, like he said, he's got to export the other ones over. We got to put the writers in for the 1,500 articles we've already had written for E2G. So,
Wow.
um, and Emmett Davis has already started writing on the new site. So you guys are going to enjoy him. Just a lot of good stuff. And Obi's articles have been going up, and Glenn Kaplan's. Like, you guys are all great. I thank you. I'm so glad with the group we have right now.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
so much
I appreciate it.
and
The
everybody
opportunity.
gets along and reaches out to each other. Like I hear you and 305 talk, and
Yep.
just fun. And the ladies at the top just love all you guys, and they're doing good. Look at Kelly and Kim rocking it in fantasy, both with high
Yeah.
records. So
Yeah.
uh, don't play around here. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., first formation will be on, and I only found out 45 minutes ago. I'm hosting in Denver tomorrow at 11 a.m. on the Hurlbut Huddle on Mile High Sports Radio. So probably talk a
Nice.
little Broncos, a little of this Monday night game. If Judge hits a home run tonight, talk about that. We'll figure it all out. But what's your prediction for tonight?
So I've had a few scores. I've had different things go through my head all day. So this will be my final. I'll say Los Angeles Rams 23, Uh, San Francisco 49ers 17.
Wow. All right.
So
All right.
under the 42 and a half or whatever it is right now. I'll take the under.
Okay. Sounds good. And
Yes, sir.
you go try to decompress. I know it's how stressful it is to watch your own team.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I had Kenny over. Me and Kenny uh, cooked meat yesterday,
Nice.
smoked outside. So smoked meat, not anything else. And
No.
just yeah, like the nerves started hitting me about. You know when the nerves hit me when they went up 3-0, and then I was like, "Holy shit, we're not down 14-0, and we're in this game." Okay, this is when it really hit me. That's when I got really excited. So it was fun. But around the league for week 4, we'll get you ready for week 5. You're on 9:30 tomorrow night. Get
Yes.
everybody ready. Definitely talk about Javonte Williams' knee and say a prayer for me for it. Uh, did a number on me.
Oh man. Yeah. I hope the best for Javante, man. That's sad. I have my shares as well on him, and it's not even that. I'm hoping he can make a speedy recovery, and all the blessings to him and his family. It's not easy
Absolutely.
dealing with an injury at all. People think it's a game. This is real life. Like this is his career. That
Mm-hmm. Three elements of the knee injured. So
could be a
you know,
long time.
ACL, MCL, PCL. So uh,
Yeah,
but
he'll definitely be a topic tomorrow. We're gonna have Sarah Marshall as a guest too, so that would be cool.
sweet, sweet.
So we'll
Another
have
great
four
one we've
people.
added. So
Yeah, absolutely. She puts in great work, so I was happy that she accepted the invite to come on the night shift, and you know we'll be talking fantasy probably for close to 2 hours. It always goes over because it's good conversation, man.
this isn't Blog Talk Radio. You go as long as you want.
Yep,
We're good. Just keep
yep.
going. In North
Yes,
Attleboro
sir.
Fire Department,
Appreciate you.
prayers to you guys. Go out there, do your thing as they turn the corner onto Route 1.
Yeah,
Um, Signing off for Shay, buddy, E2G Sports. First formation tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll be on at 11 a.m. on the Hurlbut Huddle. And the GM show will be on at 6. And the night shift will be on at 9:30, and Sarah Marshall's their special guest. So keep an eye out for us, E2G, and we'll be here. Here are a lot of box seats, so come on down. We'll try to find you a spot to be able to watch the game. The bar is packed. But thank you for everybody coming out and supporting. For Shay, for Buddy, this is Here to the Ground Sports. We are the Unsung Sports Grid. Have a good night, everybody.